Hey there, folks. I'm Joe Crawford, and pretty much every day I do the daily target on CSSBattle.dev. Uh, it was a busy week, and I had other responsibilities, so I did not get to this one. So this is what I call a retro daily challenge, and this is from January 20th, 2026, and pretty interesting shape. It reminds me a lot of the flag of, I think it's New Mexico here in the United States, the state of New Mexico. Anyway, let's do it. I think I'm gonna hit nested template, but really all I'm doing is applying styles to the body. And so what are the pieces of this? I feel like the circle is the least interesting part. So let's do a repeating, uh, actually, as soon as I say it, it just sounds wrong. No, we'll go in, out. So we'll start with the radial gradient. Radial gradient, portrait, I don't know what that is. Radial gradient, and we need a keyword, either the word circle or 1Q or something like ellipse. In this case, we want a pure circle. So let's do that. We want the red color, and then we want some number. Let's say 20%. Why not? We'll do it as percentage. You can use pixels, you can use Q yet values, uh, lots of different ways to do it. And then that color is next, and then transparent is last. And because I chose 1Q, I can't use percent. I forgot that. So let's use pixels. That's fine. Or even better, let's just use Q. Let's see if we can get a number that lines up right. 30, 31, 32, 3, 32 seems okay. All right, we'll go with that. I'm going to put a background color way in the background. Oh, that's interesting. Why is that showing black? Oh, because of the sizing. All right, so 50, 60, 70, 80, and I guess I can't do that, can't I? And then a color stop there. 90, 91, 92. All right, so instead of black, what I'll do is I'll put this proper light color. There it is. So now if I put red, bad example, if I put yellow and then clobber this, then you can see what I've made. So I've made that circle. Do we have a good edge? Not quite. 94, 95, 94, 5. All right, so how do we make the stripes? I I think it's two sets of repeating linear gradients. So let's do linear gradient, and it's this color, 20 pixels, and then transparent. And then we need a 0. And now since that's down, we need 0, 0, 1% width, and then a height of 50 pixels. Okay. So those are stripes, right? Now I'm going to need to cover them. 20, 30, 40. There we go. So that's not too bad. Is it? It's not totally great either. So I'm going to store that. So I actually have more to cover, don't I? So what I actually want is probably repeating linear gradient. And I want to set it with a set height. And actually what I want is, okay, I repeat on the x-axis. No, I need repeating linear gradient, and I want no repeat. And I need two color stops, 0, 20, 0. And then it's 100% wide. There it is. And it needs to be taller. So let's push this down. Okay, so I'm not really saying very well what I'm trying to do. 6, 7, 8, 90. And then the height 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100, 10, 20. And there's my shape. So do I need this? So that's what I need. I need 50 pixels there. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Not too successfully, but it kind of worked. All right. So what do I need next? I need a very similar thing. But this one is coming in at 90 degrees. Yeah, so there it is. And then the width. Okay, so in this case, the width and height are flipped. And then I put this at, there we go. 1, 2, 1, 3, 4. Getting close. And then if I put this background color, a lot of edges there that are not very good. Let's try 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5. So that 95Q is a problem. See those edges? And the 32Q is actually a problem as well. I don't think we're at 100%, but if we are, then we'll take it, even though it's not very pretty. Uh, mm, so that says we're 100% match. So that's close enough. Now that diff, typically I would take as a very negative signal that my code was not right at all. I think in this case, I'm going to go ahead and accept it. There are other optimizations we could make here, but I think this is perfectly acceptable solution as far as it goes. What else could we do here? Are there interesting things to be done? I mean, one of the things we could do is the quad template, which is 4 elements, and so each of the 4 elements is a mirror of the others. So if we did that, what would it look like? It would be very similar. We would have, okay, so we'll do a radial gradient. And this one needs to be in the bottom corner, so it's at 100%. And it should be at, not 1T, at 100%, 100%. And we need that 1Q keyword or the word circle. And I already forgot 32Q. And then this 92Q. I don't remember the numbers. And then transparent. And we need a 0 here to define the color style. And then what do we need? We need, to me, this is like a conic gradient, maybe. But everything is kind of a conic gradient to me. Conic gradient. And it's this color, 75% round, transparent. We need a comma. So that's what we just made. And I think we can, so if we stash that, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stash that in a variable, SSG. There's the conic gradient. And then I say var G. And then I move it. Can I move it into position? I move it over 10. Well, and then I need to repeat it. And no repeat, don't I? So move over 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's kind of interesting. And then I need to move it down, right? Yeah, I need to move it down. So that next number, 20 pixels, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 65. Oh, I don't. Is that right? Oh, so that's a limitation of the technique that I'm using, right? So do I need to repeat X? No, or Y? No, neither of those is good. So I don't think a conic gradient is actually good. It's just not good. So we're going to abandon that because it's not working code. It's got too many gotchas in it. I mean, it kind of works, but just not very well. All right. So instead, we'll do a different kind of conic gradient, and in this way, we will do transparent 75% around, and then to this color here. So there it is. And then if I move that to change the at value, at 100 pixels, 90 pixels, something like that, maybe 20, 30. Very hard to see that diff, but now it isn't. 130, 140. And then this number is not big enough. 97, 8. Let's just use pixels. Why not? 50 pixels, 70, 80, 90. 90 pixels is just fine. Okay, so what do we got left? We need to create a single conic gradient stripe, maybe. And that's in here. So conic, so still two conic gradients. So my brain wants to do two conic gradients, even though it's not a great idea, but it's a fun idea to my brain. And that's sort of the principle of a lot of what I do here is it's fun for me, but it's also very much based on what I enjoy doing, even if it's not the most practical way to do it. Okay, we don't see anything now. So I don't see anything. Why? There's the pink. Great. And if the width of that, so 180 maybe, there we go. And 180 and then 90, 60, 50. So there we go. So I didn't articulate that very well, but in my head, so here's what I actually made. So let's do it yellow. So that's the pattern that I just made. And because I only need this piece of it, I can use that to create the intervening colors. And that kind of works. It works pretty well. Okay. So I think it's this X value that needs to change. Is it minus 20, 10, just 0, 5 pixels? No, minus 5 pixels, minus 15, minus 20. Oh, maybe with a no repeat. Close, close. Oh, will this work? I'm not sure this would work. Oh, wow. Oh, it's so close. That's awful close. Oh, because the app value is too high. That's it. All right, so that's the quad template way to do this as well. Kind of fun for a retro. So to see the way the things work out. And again, this is all part of the GitHub plugins that are always linked from each one of these videos. Whatever you do, hey, if those plugins interest you, check them out. If you have comments, suggestions, I added PC values, Picas, because of a suggestion from a commenter, and that was very cool. All right, what else? Minify, unit replace, and I think that's good enough for today. The simpler solution, I think, is better, obviously, somewhat obviously. I wish there were better ways. I guess in theory, you could do something like a box shadow or an inset shadow. Oh, that's actually would be an interesting way to do this. Um, and unfortunately, then you don't get the circle. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. But you could do also an inset box shadow to get some of these shapes. I don't think you can do, or at least I'm not thinking of a way to do the without set box shadows, unless you had a very large image, very large element that you then move off screen and then move their shadows. But you need several of them. That's no good. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you did, uh, go make a web page and be good to yourself, be good to each other, and have some fun with CSS. Go make that web page and make it fun. There's so much great CSS. All right, once again, I've been Joe, still Joe, and I'll see you soon.